Hello, my dear students. So let's start with the fourth module. And before going through the contents, I'll tell you the fourth module needs to be referred from the book known as a Think Python, written by the Alan B. Downey. So the fourth module is regarding the classes and the objects, and from this book you need to refer the chapter 15, 16, and 17 for the fourth module. So the chapter 15 deals with the classes and the objects. So I'm not going to in detail discuss regarding the theoretical concepts of the object oriented programming language because you have already studied it in the C++ and the Java programming languages. So in short, let us define what are the classes and the objects. The classes are the programmer defined types where you can organize both the code and the data. Rather, you can say where you can encapsulate the code and data and can define who can access the code and the data here. So in this entire chapter we are going to discuss regarding the 2D space creation, that is the objects, or you can say the contents that are defined in the 2D space, like point, circle, rectangle. So taking these kind of examples, we are going to discuss regarding how you can define the class and how you can define the object. Same way you can relate it to the other concepts as well. So in this slide we are going to tell that you need to create a point that represents a point in the two-dimensional space. So all of you know what is two-dimensional space, and you also know what is a point. So usually a point is represented with the two values, namely referring as a x-axis and the y-axis. So a programmer defined type is also called a class. A class definitions looks like this. So this is a syntax that needs to be used for creation of a class in the Python. The keyword that is required for creating a class is the class, followed by a space and followed by the name of the class, and it has to end with the colon here. So follow to that, if you don't want to write the any definition, or else you have to you just want to create a class, so what you need to do is at least you need to include a comment line in the class if you wish not to include the any methods and the data within the class. So this is a very simplest way for creating a classes in the Python. So once you create a class, so next if you want to know what kind of a data type that has been assigned to this variable, that is the point here. So if you simply type the point, and you'll get to know it has been initialized with the main with the dot point, calling it as a class variable here. So let's see how it is done here. So keyword class is required, so follow to the name of the class, and it has to be followed with the colon. So if you don't want to include any methods or the data within this, simply include it as a include any comment statement here. Right, so this is what has been created as a class here. So if I type this the variable name that I have taken for the class, so let's see what we will get. So it will tell that point is of a type class, and which has been by default defined as a main with the dot point extension here. So next we'll see how we are able to create the object for a class. So here we have already created a class known as a point. So next what we are supposed to do here is we want to create a object for this class. So how we can create it, take the any variable name of your choice with the equal to assignment, and then you need to take the name of the class followed by the parenthesis. So do not get confused here, even though you have not included the parenthesis here. So while creating the object for a class, the parenthesis needs to be included here. So just exactly like calling a function here. So if I type this variable name to know what type has been assigned here, so you can see here it has been assigned as an object. So a number will be given for a reference number is given for an object, which is going to tell that this object has been created to this particular class here. So creating a new object is called as an instantiation, and object is an instance of the class. So if someone asks you define instantiation, creating an object to a particular class is said to be as an instantiation, and the object of is an instance of the class. So now once the class has been created here, once the object has been created for a class, next you want to assign the properties for that object. So since we have created this class as a point where we want to create it as a point with respect to the 2D dimensional, so all of you know that how the point is represented is in a 2D space. It is represented with the x and y values. So how to assign the values or the properties to this point is the name of the object is blank, followed by you can take with the dot extension and any variable name. So since here we are dealing with the x and the y axis, we are taking it as a x. So I'll take it as a 3, I'll take it as a 6. So one more value is required here to represent the y coordinate. So two values has been assigned here. So again, there is no such restriction that how many properties or the values that you want to associate it with the object of a class, that you don't have the any restriction. As many values as you wish you can do it, but since here we are doing it a point which has only the two values, we are doing it right. So how it is dealt by the compiler here is it is going to represent it as the point being a name of the class, and for this point a blank object has been created. For this blank object we have taken the two properties with the values, with the some random values here. So this is how the object diagram is represented. So why I'm telling you this is, if even as a VT question paper point of view, you might be asked like a question, explain the or concept the of a object creation with the object diagram. So not necessarily you have to take the same example. So with any example of your choice you can take it, but try to represent it in a similar way here. So next we will see an example where we are going to define a function through which you are going to pass the object to that function, and how you can call that function here. So the simplest way that we want to do is we want to print this x and the y values here. So for that I want to define the function as function name as print point. So all of you know how you are going to represent the function. So why it is showing error is the function needs to be mandatorily appear with the parenthesis here, isn't it? So within this, what I'm supposed to do here it is, with this function I want to pass a parameter which is a object. So where I want to pass the object as a parameter to this function. So what is the body of this function is just to print the values associated with this object. So we have defined a function with a print function to print the x and the y coordinates of the point. So the next is we need to call this function here. So what we need to pass as a parameter to this function is the object that we have created and where we have set the x and y values with this object. The name of the object is blank. Let's see what we'll get as a result here. So you can see we have defined a function with the which is going to accept the object as a parameter, and we want to print the x and y values associated with that object. So next, after defining a function, next we are going to call that function where we need to pass the object which we have created for that class and where we have assigned the value if you want to print these values. So after passing that, you can see here the x value that we have assigned here is 6 and the y value that we have assigned here is 10. So this is the very simplest way how you can create a class and how you can create an object to the class and how you can set the values to the object of a class and how you can define the function and how you can pass the object as a parameter and to access the values associated with the object here. So now as an exercise, what you are supposed to do is you need to write a function called as a distance between the points that takes the 2 points as an argument and returns the distance between them. So already we have created a point uh, with a one object value as a blank, and what we need to do is here, this is a function which is going to display the points. Next we want to create the another function which is going to identify or calculate the difference between the 2 points here. So for that what we require is, already we have created a one object as a blank. Next I'll create the another object as a point 1 as the second object to the class point. So for this again I want to set the values as is equal to 4. So point is not the object name here. So point is not an object name. So what we are supposed to do here is, I have created the object as a point 1, right? So point 1 dot x is equal to 4, and I need to set one more value as a point 1 dot y is equal to 4. So I have created the another object as a point 1, and where I have set the x and y values at 4 and 4. So next I need to define a function which is going to identify the difference between this values. So I'll just take it as, so to identify the difference between the values of this, so this function is going to accept the two parameters, that is the two objects of the class point, to find out the difference between the points p1 comma p2. So follow to that, what I want to print here is the difference between the 2 points, that is p1 dot x minus p2 dot x. Sorry for the disturbance. So similarly you need to find out the difference between the y coordinate as well. So call the function by passing the two objects that we have created for the class point. Yeah, so as you can see here, so in the p1 the first object of the class point has the values 6 and 10. The second object, it has the 4. So 6 minus 4, it is 2, and 10 minus 4, it is 6. So the what we are getting, right? So suppose if we want to print it with the braces, so you can do it by including a parenthesis here. Call the same function here. So you'll get it with the parenthesis representing the difference with the x coordinate of the one object and the difference with the y coordinates of the two objects. So this is how the simplest way, how you are going to create the objects, how you are going to set the values to the objects, and how you can use these objects into the different functions here. The one function we have seen how to print the values. The another function is where you can identify the difference between the two objects of the class point, that is the differences between the x and the y coordinates of the respectively with the two objects here. So further concepts I'll continue in the next video. Thank you.